Since its inception, Camp Sunshine has offered comfort, hope, and support to over 50,000 individuals from all 50 states and 27 countries. The Camp Sunshine program is free thanks to generous sponsorships. Camp Sunshine relies on over 2,500 volunteers annually. So congratulations on your award of Spoil of Merit.
I'd like to thank the county commissioners. This is an honor and a privilege. We appreciate that. As James was saying, Camp Sunshine is a camp that provides retreats combining respite, recreation, and support to children with life-threatening illnesses and their families. We try to give them a little bit of hope, some joy, and give them an opportunity to just be a family, even for a short period of time, and put aside the challenges of having an ill family, ill child. And we do this with the support of volunteers, so this is very appropriate. We utilize between 2,000 and 2,500 volunteers a year and could not do it without them. So thank you for the recognition.
Well, we have had some people sneak in before I could meet them, and my apologies. But I will run through the recipients from other communities, and if you hear your name, just please raise your hand. Falmouth 300? No. Falmouth 300, I will read. Falmouth has been celebrating the 300th anniversary of the town's incorporation in 2018 in a spectacular way. Falmouth 300 events have included historical presentations, a historic tours, parade, fireworks, concert in the park, legacy projects, fun challenges, and much more. Numerous groups in the town have participated, helping to make the year-long celebration extra special. Each month, a designated business is conducting a donation drive for the charity of its choice. So congratulations, Falmouth 300. I understand that Friends of Libby Hill, which is out of Gray, is unable to attend this evening, and I'll read their description. No group optimizes the Dietrich Bonhoeffer quote, "The ultimate test of the moral society is the kind of world that it leaves to its children, more than the Friends of Libby Hill." Although the history of Libby Hill trails is well documented, the people responsible for taking an initial 70-acre donation and making it what it is today are nothing short of amazing. Most of all, the thousands of hours of work building, grooming, and maintaining these trails to keep the gem of recreation going 365 days a year is done under the radar and by people who are the most part unknown to those that use these trails. This unselfish dedication to create and maintain something that will be enjoyed by future generations is a big part of what makes the community all about. So congratulations, Friends of Libby Hill.
I'm the mother of Carl.
Oh.
Who was gathering that.
Would you like to come up? Receive the award for Kyle?
Yeah,
Congratulations.
he's working as on this
Oh,
right at
you're
the
working.
moment. That's why he can't be here.
Well, thank you for coming.
Okay, thank you.
Would you like to have a
Yeah.
picture with the commissioner? As the stand-in? Thank you. Do we have anyone here from Naples Main Street? Seeing none, I will read the description. Naples Main Street was established in 2006 for the revitalization of the Village District. Today, this nonprofit corporation organizes and fundraises for the community events, like the annual Christmas tree lighting event and the pumpkin party. Beautifies the Naples Causeway, including but not limited to the flags and banners that line the street, and increases public involvement and pride in Naples for residents and visitors, fostering a greater sense of community and hospitality. Congratulations, Naples Main Street. How about the Friends of New Gloucester Public Library? Seeing no. Friends of New Gloucester Public Library is a group that has done so much to help the library over the years. Friends raised funds so that the library could be moved to a new location, and the group also covered the cost of many items, programming, the purchase of the Maine Student Book Award and the Chickadee Award nominee books, gazebo lights in the display case, and garden shed. In addition, Friends annually organizes 2 book and bake sales to raise money to help the library, and group members come in weekly to sort and clean books, movies, puzzles, games, and audiobooks, and they deliver books to the homebound. So congratulations to Friends of the New Gloucester Public Library. Any representatives from Raymond? No? The Raymond Vitalization Committee was founded in January 2011 by Wayne Holmquist and Sam Gifford and serves the greater good and economic vitality and future of Raymond. The committee focuses on bringing members of the community together with business owners to explore different options and find creative and entrepreneurial ideas to help drive the development of Raymond's business district and promote the area. The Raymond Shopping Center renovation is one example of the community's achievements. So congratulations, Raymond Vitalization Committee.
Here he is, right here.
Oh. Okay. You want to say a few words?
Not necessarily.
And the last one we have that falls within District 2 is the Wyndham Library Board of Trustees. Seeing none. Wyndham Library Board of Trustees is gratefully recognized for enduring commitment to the Wyndham Public Library. Trustees Bob Rosenborough, Flora Woodside, Elizabeth McDougall, Catherine Miller, and Crystal Ash Colbert were publicly praised by the town of Wyndham on 4/20/2018 during National Volunteer Week. So congratulations to Wyndham Library Board of Trustees. Thank you, Commissioner. Now jumping into Commissioner Coward's District, District 4. I don't see anyone here from the Cape Farm Alliance, but I will read the description. Cape Farm Alliance is a group of farmers, fishermen, gardeners, horse lovers, business owners, and supporters of a vibrant and sustainable local food future for Cape Elizabeth. It supports 2 large community gardens and the Judy's Food Pantry, educates schools about food, and annually participates in the Maine Harvest Lunch Program. The organization annually organizes 2 special community events, the Lobster Stew Supper and the Cape Elizabeth Strawberry Festival, which includes a lobster bake, a pig roast, children's crafts and entertainment, artisan vendors, live music, and agricultural demos. So congratulations, Cape Farm Alliance. Anyone here from Westbrook? All right, would you like to come up? Westbrook's Children's Project is a partnership of schools, parents, businesses, community organization, and residents. They're united around supporting kids as they enter and go through school, making sure they stay on track and have the support they need to graduate from high school and reach their full potential. Through strong academic foundations, mentoring, after-school and summer programming, the project is preparing kids for success beyond high school, to compete in the workforce, and to lead Westbrook into the future. Congratulations, Westbrook Children's Project.
Thank you for this recognition. The Westbrook Children's Project is in its 10th year this year, supporting kids from cradle to career, supporting their success in all aspects of the community. It's about 40 partners strong with the United Way of Greater Portland, the Westbrook School Department, and the City of Westbrook, and we're very honored by this recognition.
Thank you.
Thank you for what you do. Is that it for district?
No, you got one more.
Oh, one more, okay.
Art in the Park Show and Sale in South Portland. Who would like to jump up? Bill, Mary? All right.
We do very little without each other.
The annual South Portland Art in the Park Show and Sale celebrated its 39th year in 2018. The event features original artwork and photography by 170 artists in styles, sizes, and prices that fits everyone's taste and budget. There's free admission and delicious food, continuous music, and student art tent and kids' activities. Art in by South Portland students is displayed on T-shirts, event posters, and programs. Proceeds are used to provide scholarships. Congratulations, Art in the Park Show and Sale.
I'd like to thank the commissioners very much for the honor and recognition. Art in the Park, we think, is one of the longest continuous outdoor art shows going on in the greater Portland area now, and as Jim mentioned, we're doing our 40th year this year, so it's been going for a while. It's a lot of fun. If you ever have the opportunity to attend, please do. Thank you. Good to see you.
Turn it around, it's up to...
Like the painting that hung in the Louvre. Upside down. Thank you very much.
Well, our last award this evening is from District 5, and that represents Portland, and it's to the Portland Fire Department. And I don't think anyone from Portland Fire Department is here this evening, so I'll save you getting up because you don't have any pictures to take, Commissioner. But I will read the description. Portland Fire Department. Fire protection started in Portland on March 29, 1768, 250 years ago, with the appointment of 5 fire wards. In 1787, Portland's first organized fire company, named Neptune, was formed. In 1831, the Portland Fire Department was originally established by Maine's legislature. Today, with computers in all firehouses and divisions, new fire programs, and many other improvements over the years, Portland Fire Department is proud of its past and poised to continue its tradition and mission to protect and care for its great city and citizens, answering the bell since 1768. Congratulations, Portland Fire Department. So that concludes our Spirit of America award ceremony for Districts 2, 4, and 5 this evening. I just want to extend a heartfelt gratitude for those who came in attendance to receive your awards and to share some of the great things that you're doing back in your communities. And I wish you all the luck in continuing to pursue what you do on a day-to-day basis in bettering your communities where you live. So thank you very much for attending this evening.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, we should have a groupie.
Group photo.
Yes. Yeah, we can do it outside if that works. Even better, sure.
Thank you all.
Yeah,
Yes,
thank
thank you very much for all your work and efforts.
I raked 6 tons of leaves for Camp Sunshine over the years. Our company used to do a day out there every year, and we did a
Commissioners, would you like to jump out there?
Sure.
big fundraiser for them
You
for
want us
several
all,
years.
or?
So
Just the ones in their
Just the
districts,
ones?
or?
Just the districts.
Okay.
Right, districts. That would be you. Yes.
I didn't have any recipients, so I'm good. I'll break the camera. I can't do that.
Yes, you can. Come on. Screaming baby bomb. Yep, and do it.
Everything's fine, so don't worry about it. Still got a quorum, we can finish the meeting right now, huh? Not much left to do. All right, you. All right, go sit down, because we're still in our meeting, okay?
Yeah, I know.
All right.
I'm so proud of you, Pops.
Our next agenda item is consent agenda approvals. Do I have a motion for those items?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
And before we vote, we should read in their numbers. 18507, Sheriff Office Commissions for November, December 2018. 18058, awarded bid for re-roofing Community Corrections Building at the jail complex. 18059, purchase a secondary generator for the Cumberland County Communications EMA Center. 18060, award a contract for energy management system for Cumberland County Jail, Law Enforcement Center, and Community Corrections Center to Simons Industry, Inc. And 18061, award a bid to the Covermaster, Inc. for ice deck floor system at the Cross Insurance Arena. Any discussion on these items? Yes, Commissioner Gordon.
Can I make a comment afterwards? Nothing's going to affect it.
That's fine. All those in favor of, if there's no further discussion, of approving these consent agenda approvals?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The item passes unanimously, and Commissioner Gordon would like to now comment.
On the first one, it's the Sheriff's Office commissions for November, December. And is this something that's coming up monthly? If it is
Every other month.
every other month, what I'm wondering about is, I don't know how the other commissions feel, but I have no way to judge. And I would think that this would be something that almost maybe we could ask the manager to do.
Yes.
My understanding, and
Cloutier.
I could have this wrong, but I think this is one of those
Requirements.
items, the state requires our action, I believe, so I don't know a lot of these people either.
Okay.
Then apparently, the Board of Directors of banks have to approve all the loans at their meetings too, and I'm pretty sure they haven't reviewed any of those files.
Except.
I don't know.
Yeah, well, if my name comes up, then there's a problem, but
I was
yeah.
going to say, if we recognize the name on the commission's list, it's probably not a good thing. So.
Could you explain to exactly what that is? I've never really understood that. Because we get a list and it's got all these different names and all. What does it mean? How do they get on there? Well, I don't. There's never been a real good explanation.
Because they have to be appointed by legislative action, and they have the authority to carry firearms, and they have the power of arrest, so.
And they have the power of arrest, and in my understanding, it's the power of arrest over borders. So,
Right.
as when I was in my previous community, we did the same thing, but on an annual basis for our police officers. And it was to give them authority through the legislative process that if they needed to make an arrest in an abutting town, they had that authority to do so. And with Cumberland County being over many different communities, it's my understanding that that's why we have so many names every other month going through this
Oh, okay.
process.
Oh, okay.
Any further comments? Our next agenda item is new business, and I believe we have no new business, and unless anyone wants to raise new business for tonight? Action items, same. Old business. We're moving right along here. Must be because it's 80 degrees outside, everyone wants to go home. But comments from the county manager?
Well, thank you, Commissioner. One, we kept tonight's agenda somewhat light because we didn't know, we could have had 2 people in here receiving awards, or we could have had, I think, 15. And so we wanted to block off a good part of the agenda to make sure that the groups that we previously mentioned were fully recognized and we weren't rushing through everything. So thank you for your indulgence on a short agenda after the recognition of the Spirit of Awards recipients. I do have a few things this evening. The first is I just want to recognize that October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. And I just want to recognize the great work that Fay Lupi here at the county does representing those who are impacted by domestic violence and being on the proactive side of trying to reduce and support those who are impacted by domestic violence. Typically we light up our the last 2 years, we've at least lit up our one side of the courthouse building purple in recognition. This year, we've had some staffing shortages, and we were unable to do that. But I will recognize the city of Portland, who has done an absolute phenomenal job to City Hall on how they've splashed the purple light on Portland City Hall. It's just a beautiful building at night. If you have an opportunity to take a look at it, please do. But I just wanted to make note of October being domestic violence and the great work that Fay and all of her stakeholders do in support of the effort. This Saturday, exciting night. We have puck drop for the May Mariners are back in town. This, unlike years past when we had an AHL team here, we have an ECHL team now. And there is a lot of buzz around them coming back and getting going here at the Cross Insurance Arena. So we are looking for great things, and hopefully the fan base builds back after a couple of years of taking off. But from what I hear on the streets and the activity around the Cross Insurance Arena, there's a lot of buzz for that puck to be dropped on Saturday evening. Lastly, we are in full swing in the Finance Committee. As the commissioners are aware, I presented you a 4.98% budget the 1st of September. You referred that budget off to the Finance Committee. The Finance Committee so far has met twice. They met, I believe it was September 28th, and then they just recently met last night. And our next meeting is scheduled for October 29th at 5 o'clock. In this room, and then the meeting after that is November 5th at 5 o'clock. Anyone is welcome. We do tape the meetings, and we will be sending those out to the various public access channels, so that if you can't be there in attendance, you can catch it on your local access channel. And that concludes my communications this evening. Thank you.
What day was the Finance Committee meeting on that?
10/29 and 11/5 at 5.
Yep.
In this room, right?
Yes. Both Monday evenings.
Thank you, Jim. Executive staff comments, Alex.
Just sort of a general comment. It's convention sort of season right about now, and I've been able to attend a couple of different events in the past month. And from the various presentations, one thing that's really jumped out to me very strongly is, as much as we may feel like Maine's economy is doing very well right now, what's really leapt out is it's doing very well relative to everyone else. That's talking to other communities throughout New England that are having some struggles that Maine isn't, hearing from the state economist. One of the points I'd make of all of this is one of the areas where this is not necessarily a great thing for the county is in terms of our staffing needs. I think we can expect that we're going to be struggling to fill positions for a while to come. You may see us having to get creative. It's just sort of a general theme that I've been hearing from a variety of sources, and I thought I'd pass along. The tight labor market here isn't going to go away anytime soon. We're going to have a staffing shortage for a while to come. That's all.
Thank you. Barbara?
No, I'm fine, thank you.
Comments from the county commissioners. Commissioner Ortonis.
I don't have anything to say. I'm all set. Thank you.
Commissioner Cloutier.
Before we next meet, at least as a commission, there's going to be an election, And there's a lot of things to decide in Maine. Probably the top of the list is the governor's race and the senatorial contest and the congressional elections. And everything else you can think of in between that and you know, the junior seat on the water district. So that means that it would be a great idea for people to pay a little attention to all of the races that are being contested, and then be sure to either exercise your option to vote early and not have to worry about whether there's sleet and freezing rain on election day, because we don't expect it'll be 83 degrees like it is right now, or be sure to turn out that day. And, you know, too bad about all those phone calls and ads, but they're going to continue, and you'll see them all and have a chance to enjoy all of it. But it's a very important thing to get out and vote, and encourage young people that they're Americans, they're American citizens, and there are a handful of citizens still who have never missed voting in an election, and make it a point of pride. And that's a good thing for young people to start with.
Thank you, Jim. Commissioner Gordon.
Thank you. A couple things. School's in, as everybody knows. Be careful. I was on the way home the other night, and afternoon, I guess, late afternoon, and a couple of cars zipped right by stopped school buses, and that is a dangerous issue. I think if you ever see a child get hit by a car in those kind of conditions, that's terrible. The second thing is seniors, and I must admit that I'm one of them. It's time to get your flu shot. And when you're doing that as a senior, make sure that they understand such, because it's a different grade of shot. It's a higher level, higher dosage. It's required so that you get the protection that's needed. The other thing that is there is if you have had the shingle shot at least 4 years hence or before, you should get another one now. And they have a new vaccine, which is where the other one was only about 60% effective. This is 95% effective, and it does not carry the problems that the other one did. So I encourage you to pay attention to that in your health and get those things done. The other thing is, I agree with Jim. Vote, please get out there and vote. This is a real election for a whole bunch of issues. Get educated about them. We've got a number of referendum issues that you need to know about before you can vote on them, because on the surface they may seem like one thing, and underneath they may become another. So you need to understand that. Thank you.
Thank you, Steve. Commissioner Coward.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Usually when we have a meeting, I have to say I'll be attending the Maine County Commissioners Association meeting in a few days. With our shift to Wednesday this month, we had our meeting this morning, so it's hot off the press. A couple of decisions that were made that might impact us. We're putting on a training session for specifically directed at newly elected commissioners, but sitting commissioners and county staff will be invited to attend, basically to cover the basic laws that govern what county commissioners do and some of the issues that come up. We did this 2 years ago. It was very well received. Gene Libby and his firm did the biggest chunk of the education, did a really good job. We got a lot of praise for that. We're doing it again this year. The date is to be decided, but it's going to be sometime in December, once we know who the newly elected county commissioners are and before anybody gets sworn in. So maybe we can frighten off the new ones, just out of the gate. So that's coming up. We also, we just came out of our annual conference, which was at South Portland at the Doubletree Hotel. we got feedback from that. Generally speaking, I read the feedback as pretty positive about the reception of the training courses we had and the speakers and so forth. We didn't make as much money as was budgeted. I mean, we are making money, but we usually turn a bit of a profit on it, and we're a lot closer to the wire. So I'm not sure what that's going to mean for our budget next year, but we will be starting the budgeting process actually later on this month with a discussion with the Finance Committee at the MCCA. And then the final big issue that came up is strategizing around issues that are important to counties for the upcoming legislature. We are trying, Commissioner Gordon and I are both trying to talk about something other than jails, jails 24/7 with the legislature, and we're going to be having a phone conference with the Legislative Policy Committee soon. I'm not quite sure, we haven't scheduled that yet, but we'll be having an interesting discussion with hopes of being able to put together at least placeholder legislation in December, and possibly, and kind of try to get our MCCA countywide or statewide legislative agenda together. So we're trying to advance on all fronts there. We will, of course, be talking about jails and jail financing and so forth, because we just can't avoid that. That's for every county in the state, that's the biggest chunk of their budget, and a lot of places are like Cumberland County, where between law enforcement and jails, it's more than half, usually something on the order of 2/3 of the budget. So this is something that we just can't avoid talking about. But we would like to move on to some other things as well, and that's what we're going to be talking about. So things are pieces are being moved on the chessboard now in preparation for the big game starting in January, and we'll be seeing how that goes. Other than that, I enjoy my car told me it was 89 degrees coming back from Augusta this afternoon. So I hope to get home and enjoy a little bit of that before it turns to 40 degrees and rain, which I think it's supposed to do before morning. So, and thank you very much, and I'll report more on the MCCA next month.
Thank you, Tom. I just have a few comments. I want to salute and congratulate again the 12 towns and the 12 different organizations of volunteers that we gave Spirit of America Volunteer Awards this evening. It's fair to say that the spirit of volunteerism is alive and well in Cumberland County. Yeah. There are hundreds of people doing dozens and dozens of different activities across our county that make many nonprofit organizations run, and without them, a lot of public services wouldn't be offered. So we salute those folks. Tune in on November 13th, and the other 15 volunteers groups will be awarded. But and if you have an opportunity, jump into a nonprofit group, roll up your sleeves, and help out. Even though it seems like a summer weather, fall sports programs are well underway. We're approaching the playoffs, so I encourage all of you to get out there and support your favorite team and support your players, whether they're your children or in your town, and support the promotion, of course, of good sportsmanship. It's an exciting time for these young men and young women who have worked very hard for a number of months, and so we wish them all well. As our county manager also indicated, get out there and support the Maine Mariners. It's very exciting that we have a professional hockey team back here in Portland, and the tickets are relatively inexpensive. With the renovation of the arena, since we've had a hockey team, it will be great, a great experience for a family or just a couple or an individual. So starting this night, the schedule is online. It's also in the paper. But we would encourage you and hopefully that the attendance will come back, and the team will be successful both in terms of getting crowds and wins and losses. And lastly, not to be redundant, but November 6th is a critical day in our state's future, as every election day is. We are a unique opportunity in this country because we have such a free democracy. So get out there and whatever position you have, exercise your right to vote. It's important. It's how the system works. You know, as our folks always told us, you can't complain about something unless you roll it up your sleeves and get to work. So if you don't vote, you can't complain about what's going on. So please get out there and vote. That's all I have this evening. And we have no other items. Our next meeting is November 13th at 5:30 in this room. I would have a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second? All those in favor?
Aye.
We stand adjourned. Thank you.